As a nurse, I've seen my fair share of pregnant women come through the doors of the hospital. But today, I want to talk to you about a procedure that not many people know about, external cephalic version, or ECV for short. ECV is a procedure that's done to help turn a baby that's in a breech position, meaning that the baby's bottom or feet are pointing down instead of the head. This is important because a head down position is the best position for a baby to be in for a vaginal delivery.
Because you were flipped upside down.
As many of you might know, I recently just had my second baby myself. She was measuring large on her growth scan, so after consulting my trusted healthcare team, we decided to opt for an induction at 39 weeks to optimize our chances of a successful vaginal delivery. He was in the proper head down and engaged position just days before I walked into the hospital for my scheduled induction. But when I arrived for the induction, we were given the news that she was now completely breeched. Say flip over.
Flip over.
I'm hoping you flip around, but if you don't, it's okay. Now, you might be thinking, how do they turn the baby around? Well, I was thinking the same thing. The procedure called ECV is actually done by a healthcare provider, usually an OBGYN or a midwife, who will use their hands to apply pressure to the baby's head and bottom through the mother's abdomen. The goal is to rotate the baby into the head down position. It's usually done between 37 and 40 weeks of pregnancy and in the hospital setting. In my situation, it was done right then and there when I went in for the induction at 39 weeks. Usually they can catch this around that 37-week mark, and you'll go into the hospital or birthing center. They'll do this procedure, and then you will stay for a little bit for some monitoring of the baby, and then be sent home with orders that are customized to you. Usually it's resting and watching out for any signs of distress for baby or for you as mom. Many times it can be a same-day procedure, go home, and then plan to go about the remaining weeks of your pregnancy, and hopefully baby does not turn and stays in that proper head down position. In my situation, baby decided last minute she was going to make things really interesting for us and turn around. When you start the procedure, you are offered an epidural to help you relax, and the procedure is done with ultrasound guidance to make sure your baby is in the right position. In my situation, they were unable to really do a successful epidural on me, so it was pretty uncomfortable, but it was definitely worth it because in my case, it was a successful procedure.
So as of right now, we were able to flip you over and you are in mommy's belly. And you're the right way now. So your head's down here and your feet are up here, and mommy has a what's called a binder on.
You might be wondering about the success rate of this ECV procedure. The good news is that the procedure is successful in about 50 to 60% of cases. However, it's really important to note that even if the baby doesn't turn around, there are still safe options for a safe delivery, such as a cesarean delivery. And I know that might not be what you maybe have planned for your birth, but it is something to just stay open to depending on what's best for you and your baby to keep you both safe and healthy. ECV might not be suitable for everyone, and there are certain conditions that would prevent a woman from having the procedure. Your healthcare provider will be able to tell you if you're a good candidate for an ECV. So if you're pregnant and you find out that your baby is in a breech position, now you know that there are options. As a pediatric nurse, I've seen the benefits of a successful ECV and firsthand myself in the safe delivery of my daughter. It really just felt like pressure being applied to my stomach, and they have criteria and they have a certain number of attempts they'll make. They don't want to stress out baby. Baby's on a monitor, being monitored the entire time to make sure you and baby stay safe. They use that ultrasound to confirm baby's position. And then if you're like me, where you're going in for your induction and this happens, they will put some bracing around your stomach maybe.
And mommy has a what's called a binder on
to hold baby in that head down position. And they may even do this if you go in for a same-day procedure earlier in your pregnancy. They may have you keep on wrap around your abdomen to sort of hold baby there for a little bit. And they will give you instructions on this, how long this should be on. In my situation, because I was going from this ECV right into the induction, I was seated in different positions to help keep baby in this head down position. Being in that head down position reduced the risk of certain complications during delivery, and it can also make the delivery process smoother and less stressful for both you and the baby. And of course, the vaginal delivery is generally considered to be safer for the baby and the mom than a cesarean, but it's important to keep an open mind and do whatever is best for you and your baby. It's also important to remember that the pain experienced during ECV is temporary, and the procedure can help ensure a safer and smoother delivery for both you and your baby. As always, your healthcare provider is the best person to talk to about what's right for you and your baby. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn notifications on to the channel